And what's up, everybody? It's Killer B, the dog on which line the general. You got which, and I'll burn him up. Yo, old boy done lost his goddamn mind. Shit. This motherfucker then turned into motherfucking Hitler and fucking all types of other fuckery. But we are going to dive into this shit tonight. I just can't believe what I've been told like a few days ago. But I don't know. I'm waiting for his ass now. I hope he don't chicken out and shit, because anybody should know. He should know what happens on the Killer Be the Witch General show. Oh man, hoping some people can stop by tonight, come out here and talk with us. Man, so Mr. AltFather, aka Siberius, the sleeping serpent, has turned and joined the alt-right movement and considers herself a Nazi now. So, well, what up, Shamian? Oh shit, the nigga showed up and shit. All right. Then now, all y'all alt-right followers, you heard what I just called them, right? Not too far from the truth, but yeah, Shamian, what's going on? All right, you guys hear me before? You heard me before, right?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, nigga. I said, did you hear me before?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm Killer B, the goddamn witch finder general. We jumping in this motherfucker 3 minutes late, and I can't believe what I heard. Let me boop him up out of here real quick so I get started. I can't believe what I heard. Siberius, the sleeping serpent, has lost his goddamn mind and joined the alt-right movement and considers himself a Nazi. This nigga that lost his mind. Just like I said, this nigga that lost his mind. But yeah, so this is very shocking when I was told this. Yeah, like Kanye. Wow. Okay, so y'all know, those y'all remember Siberius the Sleeping Serpent and stuff from my show. The occult topics and all that stuff, right? So my man considers himself a Nazi and says that Adolf Hitler was right and we owe him an apology. What saddens me is the amount of time he spent on the Killer B show. And I got like shit damn near hitting 1,000 videos right now. And motherfucker ain't learned yet about cults and what they do and things and stuff. And when I started talking, he started telling me this, I just asked a few questions, and the first thing out of his mouth was cult shit. And I'm like, dude, like, this is all cult rhetoric. Like, you're telling me. And how you're explaining it comes straight out the cult. And I always said this too, that I was always surprised at how cults were started, because it seems like someone handed them the secret blueprint, and they just follow blueprint, and they all good. They're off and running. And once again, and it doesn't matter what type of code it is, it's all the same shit. They do all the same things. Like you have to believe in the whole package. You can't miss one thing out of the package, or you're out of there. Like you have to follow everything at all times. Like so, I don't know. He bit by booped his ass up out of here for good. I don't know what happened, where he at. It's supposed to be waiting in the back until I got started and shit. But that's what he wanted me to do. But let me see what's going on here. I hope he didn't get cold feet. You know what happened on the goddamn TV show. All right, so yep, that's right. Sean Young, Black Hebrew Israelites also say the same thing. Which those of you don't know, I'm also a Black Hebrew Israelite. See something. And I explained a lot of these things to you. And it is weird that there's a few of us that would frequent this show have gone back to the code. Oh, he said I'm going too deep. Oh, so that's what we're doing now. Another one bites the dust. 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 Damn, Siberius, you're scared now that you just dipped, that you don't even want your face showed and shit. That you already know what happens on a Killer B show when you do that shit. Unbelievable. Wow. I don't know. I can go to the screenshots and let you guys see this yourself if you want. Or I can make this a thumbnail or something. He said I'm going too deep. Now, how deep you supposed to go? How deep is too deep? I'll let you have the floor. And so you can tell the people about what alt-right is and why you consider yourself a Nazi and why Hitler made some mistakes and we owe him a big ass apology. So now you can't sit there and make statements and shit and then want to go live on it and then back out. I don't understand like this thing what we were talking about. I asked you what did you want to talk about. Now I already told you what direction this shit was gonna go in because it's easy. It's very easy. So all the now I gotta go in because so you don't wasting my time. Now I gotta go in. Now, on TikTok, let's see if we can pull up the TikTok thing here. We got videos on TikTok. I hate TikTok. I keep telling them like fucking F TikTok. TikTok is whack. All right, hold on. See. Yo, Ivy Scales is crazy. She off the ring. Girl, sit your ass down somewhere. See, this is I'm like, yo, you scary nigga, man. Goddamn. And all your fans, all the gun hole, militia, alt-right, Hitler's Youth Army motherfuckers and shit, right? Like I told them today, right? I'm like, all these dudes are like incels. Like all these dudes beyond 4chan and 8chan and Kiwi Farms and shit, fucking talking shit to Nate Springfield. By the way, I don't know who he is and shit. Now, you don't show up and Nagy Springfield get up on here and start kicking your ass and shit, I don't want to hear nothing. I might not even let you back in. If Nagy show up and start going in on you, I'm not even letting you back in. I'm not even letting you back on. Because you made me set this shit up, made me do all my research and shit, and now you don't want to do it. Why? Why? This looks horrible. This really looks, this looks bad. This is worse than getting your ass whooped on here. So now, all your fans and shit on TikTok, you be like, God damn it, AltFather just ran from this nigga. Or how you gonna address this? How you gonna address this? How you gonna address the people? Are you gonna do the normal coach shit and be like, well, you know, we're not supposed to be on platforms like that. You know, we have to be on more cultural, white society platforms. You know, I didn't expect this guy to even understand my big words that I use and shit. Because that's all it is. It's like, you know what I mean? But yeah, your fans, like, there's a lot of dudes, like I saw a young kid, motherfucker got Spencer's ass fucking machine gun and wearing all the military tactical gear, fucking mask on, walking in the desert, 130 degrees and shit. Right? I'm like, this is a fucking kid. This is a kid that didn't have no friends in school, didn't have didn't have no girlfriend and shit or whatever. And so he was old enough and he finished college where all the motherfuckers that made fun of him and shit couldn't finish. And he got a decent job now and he can win a wife because he got enough money. Right? Like, you know what I mean? And I had the dude with the big souped up white pickup truck, and he always talking about his girl, his wife and shit, but 90% of his videos saying, oh, fuck you, you fucking bitches and shit and the women and the hell with women, I'm a man and all this shit. It's all motherfuckers with issues. It's never the normal American boy. Normal American good old boy. Know what I mean? It's always like the outcasts of society, the people who join cults in general. I'm not saying a white cult, black cult, whatever. It's always the same shit. It's the underdog. It's the loser. It's the goth kid, the fucking punk, the fucking you know what I'm saying? It's the nerd and shit like that. That's all that joins them. You're not gonna get your star football players not gonna join. But your high school, they're not gonna join. Now they might have their own little issues and shit like that, but they're not stupid enough to join this shit or any other cult because they don't need it. They already been groomed on the you know, like the star athlete fucking shit. They're looked up to no matter what. You know those motherfuckers and shit. They've been out of high school 35 years and shit, and these motherfuckers still think they the shit. And the star captain of the football team, that motherfucker ain't never went to the NFL. Matter of fact, he didn't even go to college. And that's the kind of shit we deal with. And this nigga is scared. Unbelievable. All the promotion. And shit, I knew this was going to happen. You just sitting there scared. Wait till Nagy Springfield come. Wait the motherfucking Nagy Springfield show up. I was had all this shit since you the weightlifter and the boxer and all that shit. I was gonna get Diablo D and shit, Diablo TV. Maybe get a boxing match or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Big sharp skin Diablo, what up? That's what I thought. I had things popping. I was about to get shit popping over here. You know what I'm saying? You about to get me back on my other wave. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been down for a little bit. Shit, I'm about to hop on a new wave and take off. You know what I'm saying? My big scared Kurt Henderson. You know what I'm saying? With the MMA and shit. You know, Kurt go crazy. Kurt, like, you're a racist, get him. And shit, hit a motherfucker in the head with a goddamn 40 bottle and shit. That's the kind of shit go on. But this is sad. This I just can't play. Siberius my boy. So I don't know what the fuck going on. This shit here is this will make I'm not trying. Now you say I'm trying to count on. I'm being the Killer Bee, the Wish Finder General. That's what going on here. And then right, I'm gonna clown all that cult rhetoric shit, the alt-right, neo-Nazi fucking apologist shit. That's just crazy. That's just retarded. Like, people are like way past that shit. They're like way past that shit. And I gave you the chance to come on here and explain it. I got a right, this is my show, to give my opinion on it. Now, you was going to have the floor to talk, do your whole spiel, and then I was going to ask you questions. And now, you scared. And we are boys. Now you say we supposed to be boys. All my other boys went through the same shit about this motherfucker. And it ain't nothing. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. You got to hold this shit down. No matter where I go, I hold my shit down. I go on a motherfucking platform looking to set my ass up and shit. Looking to set my ass up on the platform. Didn't work. Ate their asses up. And I move on and I ain't mad. I'm like, shit, y'all niggas tried. It was humorous to me. Like, shit, I ain't had no problem with it. They brought me on there. Like, it's going to be just some friendly talk interview with the Killer Bee. These niggas try to set me up. I ain't getting mad. I play ball. That's what we do over here. Say, we the boys. You trying to do all this? Nah, that's an excuse, nigga. Because you rethought that shit without we talking about it today. I'm pointing out all the fucking things. It's so easy. The videos on the homosexuals. Now you got to come out and explain all that shit. How can you not explain that shit? Now the shit look worse because you didn't wasting my time and shit. Know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. Unbelievable. I'll let you have the floor. I gave my little thing on it. I was going to talk about what I thought alt-right was. You know what I'm saying? And then give you the floor. Next thing I know, you out of here. Unbelievable. That's a major letdown to your fans on your channel and my fans and the whole community as itself. It's a letdown. What the fuck Killer Bee said, well, I ain't going over that motherfucking shit. These niggas and shit. Fucking we pulled this nigga trying to get me. And nigga trying to get me, that's the first place I'm going. That's the first place I'm going. Where goddamn Nigga Springfield at? Yo, ass don't want to come up on here. I get Nigga Springfield up on this motherfucker. See what Nigga Springfield got to say. And these niggas might know that Nigga Springfield. These niggas probably know Nigga Springfield. They be on 4chan. Like, I'll tell them about the motherfucker that lift all the weights and shit. That don't make you masculine. Know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people and shit. Like, I told him there was this kid I went to school with, right? James Geyer, some shit like that, right? Big, fat motherfucker and shit. That motherfucker, he was big. That motherfucker like King Kong Bundy. And the kids used to pick on him and shit. And he was just like a little like girl and shit. The motherfucker was like, leave me alone. And all that shit. And I used to stick up for the motherfucker, right? Then it got to a point, I'm like, listen, I ain't just stick up man and shit, motherfucker. You gonna have to start fitting for yourself, or I'm about to turn up shit on your ass. Unless you start fucking fighting back with these motherfuckers. You know what? That motherfucker finished high school. He started going to the gym. Now that motherfucker like a WWE wrestler, motherfucker. He made a brand new image for himself. And a cult will do that. A lot of cult people, like I'm talking about the Hebrew Israelites, you see them doing all this fucking, like especially ISUPK. You'll see them doing all this like weight training and working out and shit, like they're in the military and whatnot. These motherfuckers ain't no goddamn soldier material motherfuckers. Number one, the army will turn you into what they want you to be. These motherfuckers, they're not even receiving the adequate training to be like a military motherfucker. It's military cosplay. None of these niggas are busting goddamn great and shit, but they got these big ass beards and these big, loud ass deep voices. Just like me. Even to this day, like I'm screaming at my fucking computer now. It's how I was trained to speak. So I can't help but be screaming and yelling when I talk. Motherfuckers like, yo, what the fuck you yelling for? Shit. When you just busting niggas in the head with these motherfucking scriptures, they say you supposed to be loud. What was the scripture on that shit? You pull, like I said, Christ's voice was like many waters, some bullshit like that, right? You know what I'm saying? That's how we was trained to speak. And I just haven't got that shit up out of me. So I still be yelling and shit when I'm talking. It sounds like I'm mad or whatever. It is how I'm used to talking. So a man talks like that with authority. We was taught to speak with authority. You know what I'm saying? So you get a lot of these black kids and shit, like I said, just like the white kids on the other side. They fucking been nerds, outcasts, and picked on, and bullied, all that shit. And down, or somebody like me. I was in like an alternative type subculture. Right? Most black kids didn't know nothing about, didn't want to know nothing about and shit. And I was looked down because I was into that. Right? So then I grabbed something that made me blacker than these motherfuckers. I'm the elite black power motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This is how these young white kids and shit, all 4chan, are joining all this alt-right shit and the neo-Nazism to be something where they weren't comfortable with they self. Yeah, they became the new Black Panther. They became the new Black Panther and shit. Wait, let me find this motherfucker. What the fuck is this? Oh shit, what the fuck kind of text is that? Glad nobody saw that one on the screen. Whew. Damn. I had time getting out of that one. I get out of that one. Shit. I'm live. Siberius. Chickened out. I can't believe this nigga. And he got mad about Chris Harris and shit. Like, I didn't do it. Chris Harris did that shit. This ain't no Chris Harris shit that I'm doing. What you think I was gonna come out there and like, yeah, Nazism is cool. I suggest every white boy in America become a Nazi. You think I was supposed to say that? Like, what the fuck? You have to come out and explain yourself. Of course, we can tear that shit up. That shit retarded. Just like Lamar came out here the other night and shit, right? Lamar got mad at me, didn't want to fuck with me and shit, because I was telling him all this conspiracy theory shit was bullshit. He telling me, goddamn Hillary Clinton is drinking adrenochrome and they got a whole bunch of goddamn babies in a factory in San Francisco, and they holding them hostage there, and they just draining blood out of them to sell the adrenochrome to celebrities. I said, and this nigga even showed the building where they at and everything. I said, nigga, why don't you go save the babies, nigga? Save the babies, Willow. The babies. You gotta save the babies, Willow. Yo, there we go. Oh shit, Siberius. You know what? Siberius, you better hop your ass back up out here. Oh shit, nigga, Springfield up in this motherfucker. All right, don't get mad at me, nigga. Can't get mad at me. Now, I told you, that was the first thing I said. I was like, do you really want to come out on this motherfucker? That shit crazy. Unfucking believable. Look at the link, nigga. Siberia's gonna dip. I can't believe this shit. I really can't. I really can't believe this shit. And he got the lamest ass excuse for the shit. What everybody know who the fuck you is. You put your camera on and shit, they're gonna go to your TikTok channel, they're gonna know who the fuck you is. So he says, what's so real is you trying to clown me. We supposed to be boys, and there is this whole new soap culture I was going to explain. I don't need my whole fucking backstory told to everyone. Not cool. So, nigga, like, they look at my channel, they can see your ass up on this motherfucker. Hello? They can see. Nah, you ain't really missed nothing watching it from the start. It's just what I told you and shit. White National Socialist. That hey, I guess so. Well, we ain't gonna know now because he don't want to come up on here. He said he found his new soap culture, and I told him right from the start. I'm like, bro, that shit retarded as hell. He want to come. He made the idea of coming up on this motherfucker. I said, all right, and I said, you know what the fuck go down when we up on here. Now he don't want to come up on here. We done did. I did a promotion, my little promotion on my side. You did your promotion on your side, and now your followers. My followers already know what time it is and shit. These niggas could, motherfucker been watching me a week, could have told you what the fuck was gonna happen up over here. And I didn't hide the shit. I'm like, yo, you gonna get smoked on this motherfucker. You come up on here with this bullshit. I said, let me know your talking points, what you were talking, so I can have everything all laid out on the table. He got the TikTok videos about the like the gay people and shit. How the gay motherfuckers lift weights and ain't making them big ass muscles and shit like that. And I'm like, okay, so you Nazi don't believe in homosexuals and shit like that, but Hitler's right-hand man was a motherfucker homosexual. Open homosexual. Just like Martin Luther King, motherfucker. His right-hand man was a motherfucker homosexual. So when you start to make, you have to make it make sense. So all this thing that you're supposed to follow to be down with this crew, they make up big ass words and shit. They like to talk with a lot of big ass words, and half of them don't have to know the meaning because they know your ass don't know the meaning of it, and you don't know the meaning, so you ain't gonna ask them to look stupid because you think they, well, how's it? They think that you think that they have to know what these big ass words are to be down in the crew. So they'll never tell you. It just is unfucking real. It's unfucking real. The alt-right shit. If any of y'all from the TikTok world that support Siberius or AltFather, right? He goes by AltFather now. Want to come out here and explain the Nazism and the alt-right movement? Maybe one of y'all follow. Look, the two niggas that dipped off. Hell no. Hell no. Those are TikTokers and shit that ain't got nothing on their page. They're just little kids. They got the SS symbol and they just hiding behind the computer screen. They put on a mask and show their big ass guns and shit like that. Unreal. Unbelievable. I do love those Aryan white women though. You find it that TikTok, your TikTok nigga. Shit. I had to follow a couple of them bitches. Shit. Man, come around and shit. Come around the South Carolina black snake. But anyway, yeah, man. So I'm waiting for Nigga Springfield to catch up. I don't know how he's gonna catch up, and I'm still going and shit. He's gonna start catch up to what we talking about. I don't see how that's gonna happen, but that's Nigga Springfield. But unreal, man. Unreal. The links in the chat. Look. Goddamn Nigga Springfield that you up out here tonight, too. You got the star taking and shit. Hot damn. Unfucking believable, yo. Unfucking real. Now Nigga Springfield gonna come. And what then? I just say this is a big disappointment to your fans. You thought I was gonna be up out here and say, hey, everybody, once you go on out there and join the Siberius alt-right Nazi party. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, how are you bad for me saying? I didn't even say nothing bad. I gave my opinion. And that's what I do up out here. I give my motherfucking opinion. You don't have to believe what the fuck I believe. I ain't gotta believe what the fuck your ass believes. But if we talking about it, your ass can't be scared of shit and talk about what you stand on. There ain't one thing I'm scared to get out of this motherfucker and talk about. Y'all want to call me son? Let's talk about it. I always been like that. Why you keep fucking me up on this motherfucker? And shit, I tell you why you keep getting fucked up on this motherfucker. I ain't like, well, I don't want to answer him. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Yo, what up, Nigga Springfield?
Nothing much, man. How you doing? What's going on with
right.
what's going on? Right. Yeah, what's going on with Siberius? You gotta like tell me what's going on.
The other day we were talking this shit, and he comes out and says that he's into the alt-right movement and he's on his way to being a Nazi, and that we owe Hitler an apology and shit. And all types of shit. Like he going into what do they call it? The third, fourth right, fifth right, whatever the fuck it's called or some shit. I'm just like, really? Really? Now I don't want to go deep. Like he said, I'm going too deep. I didn't go deep. I go real deep. I go deep. And then he have a right to feel some type of way. But I'm not gonna do that. I don't have to do that. Shit. Like, so he wanted to come on and talk about the alt-right movement and Nazism and shit. And then I told him he had to explain that flat earth bullshit that he was holding the new world in the middle of the earth shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to explain that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was down. So when we get on here, I start talking for like 3 minutes and he's out. He said, I'm out here to clown him. No. Well, the shit's clownable. Like, you can't help to stop from clowning it. That's like me. What it look like for me to be up on here and be like, hey, everybody, my man Siberius the Sleeping Serpent is over here. And he's telling everybody how great fucking alt-right and fucking neo-Nazi is. And I'm supposed to be like, yeah, why do all my fans gotta go on over there and shit, enjoy the neo-Nazi party? Like, how the fuck I look?
You
And you
wouldn't
know
look
what's going on over here.
yeah, you wouldn't look that good, but the weird thing is there's a sense of deja vu. Remember when I talked about Order of Nine Angles?
There you go.
Remember when I talked about them?
Yup.
They do like the Nazis.
Yeah.
It's crazy because those guys popped up when I talked about the situation in Ukraine,
Yup.
There were
Unreal.
Nazis. There were Nazis in that situation too. It just totally. I hate the fact that it goes back to those guys because those guys, Nazis snuck over to the United States and everywhere else. They
Yeah.
went down to South America. I mean, there was the whole Colonia Dignidad city that they established. I forget the guy's name, but he created a Bavarian village in Argentina,
Yeah.
and that was like completely crazy. So like that dude was also a creep weirdo, but he was a Nazi who escaped Nazi Germany. There were Nazis in the rocket program in the United States. It just goes back to these creeps.
And like since when the losing team know saying is the shit? Now you got all these like straight up white American youngsters, right? That forefathers fought in the wars against this motherfucker. A lot of their forefathers died. Not for that fucking movement to thrive.
Yeah, and let me say something. There were people that when the militia thing started to become popular in the United States,
Yep.
there were people that started to get disturbed by all the Nazi stuff they were seeing. Like there were guys who were joining these militia groups, but they were really getting disturbed because some of the guys in these groups were like really liking the swastikas and everything.
Yep.
And
And how
they were
America don't mix.
yeah, they were taking some offense to that because they're like, man, my father and his father fought against the Nazis. It's like, why would you bring that back? Why would you try to bring that back?
And they losing team.
Yeah,
They losing team.
yeah, the losing team, but it's like those guys legitimately tried to stamp out every single Jew. Like if they got their way, they would have stomped out every single Jew.
Yep.
Not just in Germany, everywhere they went, they would have stomped everyone out.
And had everybody looking like them.
And they also tried to kill, all kinds of people. They tried to kill the gypsies too. I mean, it was like one of those crazy. It was a mass murder campaign. That's what it was. I can't support that. I don't like that.
And then they rehash all the old Jewish shit, and they'll say like, "Oh, the Jews is doing this, the Jews is doing that." And I told them today, if this little ass motherfucking group of people on this planet, right, is so skilled, so cunning to outwit and fool your ass out of existence, who's the master race then?
I guess it's them. The funny thing is I'm more on the side of the Jews than I am the side of the Nazis. I'm telling you, I would be on their side before I'd be on the Nazi side.
True.
I mean, I legitimately.
I'm not even that big of a you know what I'm saying? I don't really support both of them, really, to tell you the truth. But in a certain way, for some reasons and shit, like I think both of them crazy as shit. But the most crazier side will probably be fucking, you know what I'm saying, the Nazi end. But
yeah, I don't.
Plus, they the losing team.
I don't know. I just don't even. The people that I don't like are the ones that really make it a big deal. It's like,
right.
I don't know. I just find this stuff so annoying because I'll be glad when I have work and I'm focusing on that. And I actually do have work. I'm probably gonna have multiple jobs before this is over. But
multiple jobs and shit. Multiple.
I'm gonna have like money coming in from every place if I can balance it all out. But it's not the topic.
13 jobs, man. We got
it'll be so
jobs.
It'll be so funny because with more money I'll be able to do so much more stuff, and I'll be able to I'm hoping to bring my channel along, whatever one that is. I don't know. We'll see.
Yup. And yo, just the fact that he bailed out in the last minute.
Oh, you mean
I was speaking for like 3 minutes. And so I just like, oh, I'm out.
Yeah, that means he doesn't really believe what he's saying.
But it's the TikTok thing. The TikTok can get you caught up in the moment. And then when you confront it on the shit, like, because TikTok, like, I was explaining to him, said, why don't you go to TikTok? I'm like, yo, I hate fucking TikTok. I remember I told Neggy about TikTok. Neggy was like, shit, that's the pedophile fucking platform. Shit, I ain't going over there.
There's a lot of people on there that aren't good, and there's a lot of people on there that, yeah,
but
stay away.
I'm like, and I like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to see what it was like. And then I hop up on there. I'm like, this shit corny as hell. This shit is a bunch of fucking weirdos. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll flag the dog shit out your shit. Like, they don't like it. They'll just try to flag that motherfucker. I got so many videos taken down on TikTok, it's not even funny. And the shit, like, I'm like, bro, you just thumbing through stuff. Like you get hyped up. Oh, you got this many views and shit. I'm like, bro, you just thumbing through shit. So you thumb this, you get a view. Thumb that person get a view. Then the motherfucker just keep playing, you keep thumbing through the motherfucking shit. It is passing out view counts. It's totally different from YouTube. Totally different. But it is you get easily caught up because it's direct upfront. There's no long-winded motherfuckers like me up on it. It's all quick, to the point, bam, 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 bam. And it doesn't, and you to the point where you don't even research none of this shit. You just like, look what they said. Ha, ha, ha. Look what they said about the niggas. Ha, 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 ha. Look what they said about the white man. Ha, 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 ha. Know what I mean? And you get caught up in this shit. And then you just start believing, and your mind just starts getting warped into this certain imaginary movement. Because the alt-right shit is like imaginary movement. That shit's not really in real life. That's internet shit. That motherfucker take to real life.
Well, people would say it's the ones that voted for Donald Trump. They're alt-right, supposedly.
Yeah. Like,
but that's not. But I'll tell you the truth. This is the truth. Most of the ones that you see on the internet, they're the ones that are the loud ones that would normally keep their mouth shut in real life.
Thank you. And that's the first thing I told him. Before you came out here, that's what I was saying. I said all these motherfuckers be on 4chan.
It's very, very funny because you take one of those people that's the loudest and the most, out there, alt-right dude, and you take him in real life and you ask him a few basic questions. And what answers do you get? You get bland answers that you get from anyone. Yep. They probably wouldn't say what, they really think.
Exactly.
Because it's like, it's easy to go on the internet and say that 1488, who do we appreciate? Hitler, go. It's like on the internet, everyone thinks they can do that.
Yeah. Yep. Like, I asked him, like, so this ain't supposed to mean that you want all niggas to get back on the ship and go back after. They'll be afraid to answer that question.
Yeah. If you say, so we're going to put all the black people on a ship, just, they'd suddenly backpedal. Or
they want America to be an all European, all white country.
And the funny thing? They would start cannibalizing each other. I've heard of this. This is exactly what would happen. They would be like, not cannibalism literally, but I'm talking about, like, they would start looking for, oh, you're not white enough. That's the thing. The Ku Klux Klan hated Slavs.
Yep.
That was like their one of the people they went after. They went after Slavs because they're Orthodox. They went after Catholics because they weren't Protestant.
Right.
They went after all these other people. I've actually pointed out the funny thing about how Masonic the whole quote unquote Protestant thing is. Ku Klux
Yep.
Klan is Masonic, super Masonic. Uh, so that's just they eat each other. They find reasons to eat each other.
Yep. And like you see neo Nazis playing fucking neo Nazi rap music. Like, what the fuck is that? So the neo Nazis came out with their own version of rap music,
Oh,
but it's
dude.
supposed to be European white culture.
Oh, that's corny. That's just so corny.
Yeah, I see the shit. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck kind of shit is this?
Yo, it's like, how do you
Like
do
you
that?
said, they would eat each other. But hell no, you're not playing that fucking nigga shit.
Yeah, they
turn that nigga shit off.
Yeah, they
it's white power. No, turn that shit off.
I mean, but I can tell you the good thing is that most of these dudes, they're just not built for what they're claiming. They're not built for violence.
Yeah. Yeah, the majority. But then you have the stupid ones.
It's a good thing that they're not. But I feel like I've said enough.
Same thing with the Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
Same thing with the motherfucking Hebrew Israelites. Like I would tell them back in the day and shit. My white friends beat the shit out of a fucking Nazi skinhead and show up at a show, like hardcore punk show, whatever. Beat the dog shit out of that motherfucker. And won't be a nigga in there. And then when I show up, they got the motherfucker sitting in the corner and shit. Make them sit there in the corner till I get there so they can beat them up again. Let me get my licks in.
Yeah, well, I totally we agree. We totally agree. But
and it's like, yo, they only that in numbers. You know what I'm saying? The majority of them and shit. Like he was talking about, oh yeah, I was talking to this Nazi dude and shit. Like, right? I said, yeah. I bet he's only white pride and shit though in public. He just cares about his culture and shit. But behind the internet, behind closed doors and shit, he's like the fucking the goddamn general of the Hitler Youth and shit like that or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, you know these people have like some mixed heritage in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I'm basically gonna call it a night in a little bit.
Yep, I'm done too.
Yeah, I'll see you, man. Take care.
All right, thank you, Nigga Springfield. Anybody else want to hop up on this motherfucker and shit? Because I'm just upset now. This shit's crazy. I thought we was gonna have a good show. This is gonna be the beginning of the new beginning. You know what I'm saying? Why I get the ball rolling again and shit. You know how I do when I get the ball rolling. I'm trying to get in my little zone here. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And you know, you want to team that made our team look crazy. Because you was on our team. And you know we don't be running for shit. We don't run for shit over here. We run to the shit. Like, you told me this is what you down with. This ain't, you didn't tell me you want to report on this. Know what I'm saying? You said this is what she is. I said, all right. This is America. You got a right to think the way you want to think. Yes, sir, you do. That's right, you do. The Constitution tell you. You can think and feel however you want to feel. Now, I'm just lost for words. I'm lost for words. I could have used this hour and shit to do whatever and shit. I could use this hour to God knows what. And God knows what y'all don't want to hear I'm about to be doing. But, you know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. See, they can even get that shit in Japanese, whatever the fuck that shit said. You know what I'm saying? So, oh damn, they say Siberius better stop the cat. Unreal. Unbelievable. Sad, y'all. This is a sad day. And the Killer Be the Witchfinder General show. Unbelievable. This nigga ran. Just, you laughing at you goddamn Japanese. Goddamn foreign language and shit. Goddamn Mongolian. Some shit, whatever y'all Nazis would say. I wanted to know where we went wrong with Hitler. I wanted to know this alt-right thing. What are their plans for the future? Right? Your policies and what you consider the model citizen. How it would fit in today's society, how it can work within today's society. I want to ask you all these interesting things. I had a great show planned out. Then comes the question and answers, which I damn sure I know you're going to have an issue. That you wouldn't be able to sustain the hot seat. I already know that. Because this is something new to your ass and shit. You can't jump from what you was in before and jump in that shit. That shit crazy. But some people get caught up in the moment where in an environment where there's no challenger. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody to challenge it. Or the people that's there to challenge it aren't prepared to challenge it. And you know me, I don't be trying to open my mouth unless I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So for something I only been in for, well, I don't know how long you've been fucking with this shit. I really don't. I don't. But I assume this is some recent shit. I assume that. I hope that this is some new shit, and you was at least prepared, like with the information. But just like every other cult leader, they'll just show you a bunch of videos and shit like that. That's it. And I know a lot of this shit, some of their videos and shit, those shits is funny as fuck. Like the shit you put me on and say, Ben's Crump saying ain't gotta stop. That shit's hilarious. It's a channel that like supports some police station, like Tennessee Police or Nashville, Tennessee Police Station or whatever, some police station in Tennessee or some shit, right? Or Tennessee State Troopers or something, right? And they got a lady on there and said, well, we got the usual suspect, fucking the Black History Month with the usual suspects and shit, right? And they talk about black people running for the police, not obeying the law. And it's hilarious. He said, you're driving the usual suspect vehicle, the Dodge Charger. Cops try to pull them over, they take off and shit. Now they're chasing them like the Duke's Hazzard. Ben's Crump saying you gotta stop. That shit's hilarious. I done showed all my black friends, like they love that shit. It was like Ben's Crump saying you gotta stop. Anyway, tell Siberius he needs to get serious soon, or his oldness folk BS is gonna sound bootleg. God damn. Nah, I didn't even say no shit. Now nigga taking shots at you. This is what happens. This like going to jail and shit, and the motherfucker ain't fighting back. And who gonna jump in? Everybody gonna jump in. That was the worst thing you should have done. You at least came on there and at least gave me the goddamn respect to say, hey, I don't want to talk about this shit no more. I really don't want to talk about it. You don't want to ask me to do this. I said, you really want to do this shit? Nigga, I tear your ass up out of this motherfucker. I told you that. And then you got cold feet. Like, damn, this nigga done spent fucking while I was at work. This nigga said spent fucking 5 hours. And really, I didn't. Like, to tell you the truth, I didn't. I might have put in an hour of research, maybe. That's how I was trying to tell you to be like a little bit more specific. right? But I had a couple of angles and shit. I was like, shit, nigga, this shit crazy. And it's like, you ain't have to research this shit. All I do is listen to the shit. I listen to one of them, and they're indoctrinated. They don't know nothing outside of some video that they watch. Yeah, I just don't understand it. Yo, come up in here, Henry. I know you have something to say. Here, he might be all right. Come in here and stand on it. This nigga could have sustained. He couldn't even stay in the goddamn bee nest. This shit ain't this a bitch. Dang, that shit's fucked up, bro. Like, you trying to clown me. You clowning yourself, but say you heard that shit. Nigga, the ring, Henry. Hop up in here for a second. And I apologize to you because I told you to stop by over here. I'm going to go for like five, maybe 10 more minutes. So I got some shit to do tonight. I'm fucking real. Nah, this nigga mad. But, hey. What do you say? It's Killer B, the Witchfinder General. Well, I'm here. Y'all can check out motherfucking Newsroom 16.1 channel. He keep it real over there. He'll say some crazy ass shit and come up on here and I'll tear his ass up. And then he can be tearing somebody's ass up. I'll be the supporting it. You know what I'm saying? You told me your views. And you wanted to come over here and talk about it. And I'm supposed to sit there. I don't know if you thought I was supposed to say, hey, Siberius Secret Serpent said, come on down here and get all your occult, your alt-right knowledge and become one of Hitler's youth. You know what I'm saying? Shit. And I said, the old boy that lost his mind. Because you did. I don't know if you realize it or not, but you did. How can you go backwards? You went backwards. And I say that to Nagy. I said Laban, whoever the fuck. Me and Nagy had a disagreement one time. Me and Nagy had our little debate and shit. And nobody was mad. And really, we came to a common ground on why each one of us even had not the same information, but we had good points on both sides of the shit. Look at the video I showed the other day on the bodegas. They're not really a bodega and shit. They got some Arab niggas up in there. But I'm waiting to see a bodega video, the same thing as that the mini market Mecca video that I showed on my last live. I guarantee you I can find a bodega one exactly the same. Yep. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I guess Newsroom ain't coming up on here. I'm about to get my ass up out of here and shit. I've been eating for a minute, man. I made me some goddamn beef ribs and shit today. Some jerk chicken. Shit, I'll eat like a motherfucker and shit. Then made pizza and shit. It's hungry, just fat motherfucker. Right? But shit. Now this nigga want me to eat something else. I done drunk my last beer and shit. Got me over here looking crazy. I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm trying to understand. Trying to understand. Trying to understand. I'm trying to understand. Trying to understand. So with this, I don't know. We give him another shot. Maybe tomorrow this shit, the nigga might get some balls and shit and want to come up on him. It'll be the same back time, same back channel. With the same goddamn daddy shit going on. Like we always been doing. This shit crazy. But I don't know. Don't get no hard feelings, Siberius. This shit. I explained. You already know how this shit was going to go down. Your goal was to stand on your shit. You stand on your shit, I can't say nothing. I can say what I think, what I feel. But if you stand on your shit, you stand on your shit. You still be winning. You get interviewed. I watched an interview on that Spencer guy, the alt-right guy. And he was on some Jewish dude platform. The Jewish dude tearing his ass up. But you know what? He stood there. He stood there like a man, right? He stood there like a man and finished the show. Where he said the dude, he felt the dude misrepresented what he said and shit. He'd tell him exactly what it said, but usually end up not making no motherfucking sense. Know what I'm saying? And the host know he ain't making no motherfucking sense. Know what I'm saying? But let him ride with it. And just ask him a question and shit that trapped his motherfucking ass up again. But you know what? That Spencer dude stood there like a fucking trooper and held down his shit. I even asked for his followers to come over here and ride for him since he didn't want to come up on him. I'm just like, that's just crazy. He's not even supposed to do those shit like that. And he already know where the fuck he be at. He be over here to Killer B show. Black ass Killer B show. And he know he hold it down over here. Even if one of the team disagree, we supposed to stand out our motherfucking shit. Like Lamar, I said Lamar, they ain't no motherfucking adrenochrome factories and shit in San Francisco. He says, "You's a goddamn lie. I got the picture of the building right there." I'm like, "Nigga, you ever go up in that motherfucker?" He's like, "No." I said, "Why not, nigga? Save the babies, nigga. Save the motherfucking babies." But he still insists that's what they doing up in that building. He ain't gonna go do shit about it, but that's what they got up in there. Why do I gotta go through this shit? I could have been watching the movie, fucking doing anything and shit. I could have had one of these nice white Nordic white women, not Southern white belles and shit. When one of them two goddamn first names like Lillian or Mary Lou, or Suzanne or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know that. You know what I do, Siberius. I lay that Confederate flag down and shit, and get on the bed and go to business. God damn it. Oh man, unbelievable. This is unreal. This is unreal. But I don't know. Shit happens, y'all. Shit happens, I guess. Shit happens. Get my stupid referral link. All y'all niggas got motherfucking goddamn accounts and shit. Yeah, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. The people that did. All the scary people and shit. So if the head, we done knocked down the head and we ain't do shit. The head knocked his own head off. So is that the end of the AltFather movement? Are we gonna go back to the good old occult videos that you did so well? What's going down now? I'm confused. Damn. Unbelievable. EA couldn't co-ed. You couldn't call EA co-editor to come in here and hold it down for you. That's shit crazy, yo. I don't understand. But with that, y'all, I'm up out of here. I'm Killer B, the Witchfinder General. You got a witch, I'm burning their asses up. I'll see y'all next time. If y'all like to leave a donation, my donation is $ Colt Buster on Cash App, or you can hit whatever. You know what I'm saying? On any one of these YouTube portals and shit, and make a donation, and I'll put your monkey ass on the bottom of the screen and shit on every live stream that I do, showing that you support Killer B, the goddamn Witchfinder General. With that, y'all, I'm up out this piece. Peace. White pride worldwide. Unreal.